Hello, everyone. My name is Antoinette Lee, and I'm excited to share Tom Roth's book, Strength Finders 2.0, as my resource. The Strength Finders 2.0 book provides a code for an online personal assessment that measures the presence of 34 talent themes. Talents are people's naturally recurring patterns of thought and feeling, behaviors that can be productively applied. And it's believed that the more dominant a theme is in a person, the greater the theme's impact on that person's behavior and performance. So, based on extensive research by Donald O. Clifton, the father of strength-based psychology, the Gallup Group wanted to help people uncover their talents. So they introduced the first version of its online assessment, Strength Finders, in 2001. And this online personal assessment can be taken at strengthfinders.com. And I chose this Strength Finders resource because I really love this resource. I've used it in several work settings, and I found this to be a great team builder. The Clifton Strength Finders themes have some really catchy names like relator, consistency, adaptability, connectedness, command, self-assuredness, analytical, futuristic, and so forth. And so as we go throughout this presentation, I'll talk a little bit more about four of them in detail. The beauty of Strength Finders is that once everybody in your team is taking the online assessment, you can look at their strengths within domains. And as you see above, teams should be well-rounded precisely because we as individuals are not. And so if you're trying to get the right mix, you might want to have a little bit of influencing on your team, executing, strategic thinking, and relationship building. And I think of this like a seating arrangements at a dinner party. You want to mix and match for strengths and talents. You want to get the right fit. Or it may be if you have a dinner party with family members, you might not want Uncle Joe sitting next to Cousin Mary for various reasons. And like Jim Collins said, you want the right people on the bus. And I believe if you have the right driver, you'll hire the best people to be on the bus. But once you have those folks on the bus or on your team, you want to be able to manage and invest in their talents. And so what the beauty of the Strength Finders is that teams are more engaged when they are aware of their own and each other's strengths. And so this online assessment allows you to see where the strengths of your team is. So you're basically capitalizing on their strengths as opposed to weaknesses. Here are a few examples of themes and domains within the Clifton Strengths Finder. You can see under the themes we have woo, achiever, analytical, and includer, and then their corresponding domains. So for example, someone who is strong in the woo theme, they love the challenge of meeting new people and winning them over. And they derive satisfaction from breaking the ice and making a connection with another person. People strong in the achiever theme have a great deal of stamina and work hard. They take great satisfaction from being busy and productive. Whereas people strong in analytical theme, they search for reasons and causes. They have the ability to think about all the factors that might affect a situation. And someone who's strong in the inclusiveness theme are accepting of others. They show awareness of those who feel left out and make an effort to include them. And so you can see as you're looking at all of these things, some people are going to have, that's going to be their strength or their talent. And you want to, as you're building a cohesive team, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of all of these, that somebody's in every single domain as you're building teams or if there's a special project that you're working on. Some of the strengths and limitations of Strengths Finders, no pun intended. The strengths are, is that you're making an investment in the talent on your team. You're also, it's really good for employee engagement, and it's also for increases meaningful work and increases productivity. Some of the limitations are you need to purchase a book for all employees. You can take the online assessment without the book, but the beauty of having the book is that you're able to read through so you can discover how to work best with people whose strengths are different than your own. There's only one code per online assessment. And a big limitation is that there are time constraints. In order for people to use this on the job, they have to have time put aside to do this piece, to actually have training on the Strength Finders, the book and all the things that are in there. And you have to also have online, constant dialogue among everyone on the team in order for this to work. So time constraints are a big one. And you need to be really intentional about the training that you provide for your employees, so they have enough time to learn how to use all of the material that's in the Strength Finders book. Strength finders can be used by practitioners in a multitude of ways, but some of the most common ways are that it's used are for talent management, especially team building, but it can also be used for a strength-based performance review, whether that's quarterly or annually. I just got back from my niece's graduation at LSU in Louisiana, so I want to use gumbo as a metaphor for creating great teams. And I have to tell you, I had a lot of good gumbo and gator, yada, yada, yada. But the thing is, Strength Finders really does, to me, feel like it's like building strong teams is like gumbo. You need the right mix and combination of people. And going back to what Jim Collins was saying earlier, if you have the right people on the bus and if you have the right driver who's hiring the best people to be on that bus, you really can go pretty far if you capitalize on the strengths of the people that are part of your company, your team, or even the people that are the learners in your classroom. So when I look at the 5 orientations of learning, I feel like Strength Finders fits into the constructivist orientation, and where the practitioner or instructor is facilitating and meaning making with the learner in the workplace or in the classroom by capitalizing on other strengths. And if you're able to ever take this online, or if you've taken it before, you can see how you can use this tool to really build strong teams. These are my references, and I want to thank you for listening to my presentation.